To my geography class. Today in our this class we are going to talk and discuss about our fourth topic, the fourth topic which is speaking about natural environment. We are going to see about what are the components of natural environment and how they are interrelated with each other. So let's move to our presentation. The topic number 4 is speaking about natural environment. We will see in this topic what are the components of natural environment and why our natural environment is very important for us. So in this presentation we will overall talk about the environment and its one of the component subtopic natural environment, and we will see the components of environment. Moving further. The first one, as all we know about, as we discussed in the slide presentation 1, 2, 3, and this is the fourth one. So, natural environment consists of what? So, natural environment is consisting of land, water, air, and living organism, just like plants, animals comprise the natural environment. So, means over here to tell about you what is the meaning of natural environment. So, natural environment is consisting of land, water, air, plants and animals, and all together they are making natural environment. So, moving further to discuss one each. Land means what? Water means what? Air means what? Plants and animals. Why they are comprising natural environment? So, this slide is speaking about natural environment. So, here with the natural environment we are seeing what? We are seeing first flora and fauna. So, flora and fauna denoting about fauna, animals, and flora, plants. So, like that we are talking about flora and fauna. So, fauna means to be animal species and flora means to be the plant species. So, moving further to see animal kingdom and plant kingdom. So, animal kingdom, fauna, plant kingdom, flora. So, these are the few examples of this. So, to talk and discuss more about natural environment, we are seeing about how the natural environment is interacting with the human environment. How the human beings are interconnected with this human environment. Human beings interact with the environment and modify according to their needs. This topic we are going to discuss in our upcoming slides. Yesterday also we were talking about why the environment is changing, why human being is modifying the environment. So by this photographs we can understand about the animal species and plant species and how they are interconnected to each other. Moving further, you are familiar with the meaning of. So as in our previous classes we had seen about the meaning of lithosphere, that means land we are talking about. Hydrosphere we are talking about water. Atmosphere we are talking about air. Biosphere we are talking about all the living organisms. So next we are talking about from your previous class. Let us learn how that all these are interconnected and they are talking about biosphere. So let us learn some more facts about these domains. So the four domains of natural environment: lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, and lastly the biosphere, which is the narrow zone and where all these three zones are interacting and the life is possible, that means supporting to the life. So moving further to discuss about in the facts and figures, we will see in the next slide. So here lithosphere, what is that? As in the previous slides we are talking about lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere, biosphere. Here one by one we will see about what is lithosphere, what is hydrosphere, what is atmosphere, what is biosphere, and how by comparison the all together we are having our natural environment. So first we will see lithosphere. So what is lithosphere? So lithosphere is the solid crust or the hard top layer of the earth. These are the textbook lines which I am explaining you. So it is going to be very easy when you will read the chapter. You will not confuse or you will understand very easily. So lithosphere is the solid crust or the hard top of the layer of the earth. It is made up of rock and mineral and covered by a thin layer of a soil. So to talk about lithosphere, as you are knowing, we all are residing on a piece of a land. So on the land we are having the rocks, we are having minerals, and we are growing our crops in the soil. So on the land the thinnest soil layer is there, that is known as soil. Moving further to discuss about what is lithosphere. Lithosphere means a sphere of land. And the solid crust are the hard top layer of the earth. Earth is there, though the upper layer is called as the lithosphere, which consists of rocks and minerals and the thin layer of soil. So moving further to discuss these into, it is irregular surface with the various landform. So the word is speaking it is. So it means the lithosphere. The lithosphere is irregular. So why lithosphere is irregular? Because the surface is various landform. It means mountains are there, plains are there, plateaus are there. So by this we are just describing this landform is irregular because these landforms are not same. Somewhere we are having the mountain, the plain area and the plateau area. So like that, this plateau, plain and valleys and mountain, these are all landforms found over the continents and also on the ocean floor. So like that, all together joining us, we are talking about lithosphere is a hard, solid earth crust. So upper layer of the soil is also on that, the thin layer. So all together we are seeing about the lithosphere. Moving to next, lithosphere is the domain that provides us. So here we will discuss about what lithosphere is giving to us. The main purpose, we are playing, we are dancing, we are roaming, we are singing, we are laughing, we are doing number of activities, industries activities, educational activities, medical activities, many more activities on the land piece only. What this lithosphere is giving to us? So first point, naturally they are giving forest to us, grassland to us for grazing. From forest we are extracting n number of the things. In your 6th standard geography last chapter also we studied about what are the uses of trees and what the trees are giving to us. Then the lands for agriculture. So for land for agriculture coming from where? From the lithosphere only. Then the human settlements, we are making our home on the land piece only. So this human settlement is also coming from lithosphere, and it is also our source of mineral wealth. So as you are knowing, just now we are in Karnataka. So in Karnataka there is Kolar gold mine. So from there we are extracting gold. So it's a source of, gold is one of a mineral. So it's a source of wealth. So by this all topic you can understand about what is the usefulness of lithosphere in our life. So we have to exploit it or we have to use it in a systematic way. That's a question to think more and more about it. So moving further to discuss more about the natural environment component. So here is the domain of water. We will see now the domain of water. The four were there: lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. So first one, lithosphere, is over. Now we will see about hydrosphere. The sphere of water, the source of waterfall, that sphere is going to be called as hydrosphere. The domain of water is referred to be the hydrosphere, from where we are getting all our water. So it comprises the various sources of water and the different types of water body like. So forget about all this thing. Early in the morning we are getting up, we are just moving into the washroom and fresh. So the daily activity starts from the water hour. So the water which is coming into the tap, the water's main sources. So you will give answer to me. So the on the floor, top floor, the tank is there. From the tank the water is coming. But it's correct. But from the tank the water is coming. But in the tank the water is coming from where? So if we will join all the link by link by link, so we will come to know about the sources of water are rivers, lakes, sea, ocean, etc. So by this all, we are getting water from the river. The pipelines are connected. Then the water is little bit purified. Then after the purification, the water is connected with the pipeline and sent it to different residential areas. So like that, the lake, sea, ocean, it is essential for all the living organisms. Without water, not a single living organism can survive. So this hydrosphere is very important. Hydro means water, water sphere. So then we are walking towards to discuss about water. We should never pollute this water because this is the essential feature. Every time we require water to drink, otherwise we will feel thirsty. We will not survive without water. It's a basic thing. That's why I was talking about environment is our basic life support system. So in that basic thing, water is also coming. So if any doubt and difficulty will be there in this topic, I don't think so any difficulty will be there. The sources of water, rivers, lake, this, that. So one main source of water is also there. So the rivers are moving, so the lakes are there, so the seas are there, ocean. And that is the rainfall. The rain is very important. The important source of hydrosphere, formation of hydrosphere. Let's move further to see about the atmosphere. Now we will talk about the third domain of the natural environment. So the third domain of the natural environment is atmosphere. So as we are seeing here that this is a piece of a paper. So as this is a piece of paper, if we will do like this, so we will start to feel air. So air is present here. So air is present here. We are inhaling and exhaling. So that's why it's an example of that. The atmosphere is having a very significant and very important role in our day-to-day life. Without atmosphere we can't survive for a single minute also, for a single second also. So as the atmosphere is here, if we will do with the hand also, we will feel the air. So air is there. So air is there about that. So atmosphere is the thin layer of the air and surrounded with the earth, and the gravitational force of the earth hold the atmosphere around it. It protects us from the harmful rays and the heat and consists of gases, dust, water vapor. This change the atmosphere produce the change, weather and climate. All together, to explain this whole paragraph, I simply means about to you. Earth is there, and around the earth a huge blanket of air is there. Earth is there, a huge blanket of the air is there. So that is going to be called as atmosphere. So in that atmosphere, why the atmosphere is only on the earth? Because of the gravitational force, it is there. So the earth is there and atmosphere. In the previous year also we studied about the description of atmosphere, the layers of atmosphere, the troposphere, stratosphere, thermosphere, then exosphere and like that. So like all the spheres, the layer of atmosphere which we studied in our previous class, moving into flashback, we are talking about. So stratosphere we are talking about. So this the layer in which we are residing, that is stratosphere. In that also we discussed about one very important question, in which layer the aeroplane used to move and why. So the example was that, number of examples, the main correct answer was the stratosphere. The reason why, that is free from cloud. So moving into discuss about what is the atmosphere and all, in the chapter number 5 or 4 we will discuss and talk about the composition of atmosphere, and we will discuss more about atmosphere. So plant and animal kingdom make together biosphere. Now this is the last component of natural environment, biosphere. So what is biosphere? Plants and animal kingdom together make biosphere. The living world, it is the narrow zone of the earth where the land, water and air interact with each other to support life. The area will be there, in that the land will be there, water will be there, air will be there, and plus life is possible. That zone is going to be called as biosphere. Now please see this. After seeing this, you are understanding that figure number 1.2. It's a figure from the textbook only. Domains of the environment. So in the domains of the environment, we are talking about lithosphere, we are talking about atmosphere, the aeroplane is moving, we are talking about hydrosphere. So the lithosphere, atmosphere, hydrosphere, if these three are there, so this dotted line is talking about biosphere, where there will be interaction of atmosphere, hydrosphere and lithosphere, then the life is possible over there, so the biosphere will be there, which supports the life system. Moving next, overview what we studied in all the presentation. So in this presentation what we talked about, the components of natural environment. So the component of natural environment are 4. What they are, we have discussed one by one. So in that the first one was lithosphere. In the lithosphere, the solid earth crust, the upper layer of the earth is going to be called as lithosphere. Second, we discussed about hydrosphere. So what is hydrosphere? The sphere of water. In that we also discuss about the water is very essential, and without water we can't survive. We should not waste water. Plus we have seen the sources of water, in that the river were there, lakes were there, oceans were there and many more things. After that we talked about atmosphere. Earth is there and a huge blanket of air is surrounded to the earth, that is called as atmosphere. The composition of atmosphere we are going to see in the next upcoming classes. So by together these three components, when these three components interact with each other. So first one, land sphere, water sphere and air sphere. When they three interact with each other and life is possible over there, so that particular sphere is going to be called as biosphere. So moving to discuss about what is biosphere. So biosphere is a narrow zone where the land, water, air and all the living organisms interact with each other, which supports the life, that is going to be called as biosphere. So next in this overview we have seen this. So what is natural environment? You are observing one photograph here. One boy is there, dustbin is there and some paper like waste thing dropping in that. Another, the sentence is speaking about selfless service of nature. So what is the selfless service of the nature? Nature provides everything for us without expecting anything in return. Without expecting anything in return. So what's our duty? So our duty to help. Then our duty is to protect. So nature does its duty. So it's time of our to do our duty. So natural environment consisting of 4 components: lithosphere, hydrosphere, atmosphere and biosphere. And this natural environment, in that our selfless service will be what? To protect, to help and to do our dharma. That means to do our right conduct. Right conduct in that we should not waste water, we should not exploit land, we should not create air pollution and we should not destroy the biosphere. By all together we are talking about this natural environment is very important. But due to the human need and few people's greed, the human beings started to exploit it. And if we are exploiting, so we will not get fresh air, we will not get fresh water, we will not get fresh land trees and the biosphere is going to be disturbed. So for that particular reason, we are seeing the weather conditions are changed. We are seeing the climate of the different places are changing, and this is the reason why which this type I had placed for you the selfless service for the nature. As nature is doing the selfless service, so our duty is that we should also do the selfless service to the nature. This thing. By keeping all this point, lastly, I want to thank each and everybody to see this video and to make them to be energized and to be more responsible in favor of natural environment. Thank you to each and everyone. Jai Hind.